This is 7 National News, and in our top story. The UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has honoured a Palestinian teacher with the $1 million Global Teacher Prize. The ruler of Dubai presented the 2016 Global Teacher Prize to Hanan Al Hurub during an award ceremony of the Global Education and Skills Forum organised in the Emirates after her name was announced by Pope Francis through a televised address. The ceremony was also attended by Crown Prince of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and Deputy Ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed. The $1 million Global Teacher Prize was set up to recognize one exceptional teacher who has made an outstanding contribution while shining a spotlight on the important role teachers play in the society. The 43-year-old teacher grew up in the Palestinian refugee camp in Bethlehem, where she was regularly exposed to violence. While carrying the slogan "No to Violence," Hanan uses a specialist approach of developing trusting, respectful, honest and affectionate relationships with her students to highlight the importance of literacy. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE Vice President and Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, today received Dr. Irina Bokova, the Director General of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. During the meeting, they reviewed a number of educational and cultural issues and the role of UNESCO in helping the people of poor countries. The UNESCO Director General commended the role of the UAE's leadership, government and educational, charitable and humanitarian institutions in supporting UNESCO's educational and training programs. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, received on Sunday His Majesty King Abdullah II of Jordan, who is on a working visit to the UAE. They are discussing ways of promoting and enhancing existing close relations between the UAE and Jordan in various spheres, while also examining a number of major issues of common concern for both countries, including cooperation in fighting extremism, violence, terrorism and terror organizations, and promoting peace and stability in the region. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and His Majesty King Abdullah II stressed that fraternal relations between their two countries are strong and expressed their common interest in furthering these relations across all areas. The UAE has put a strong focus on ensuring the country is well prepared for any emergency or crises that may occur, according to government officials at the Crisis and Emergency Management Conference held in the capital on Sunday. During a keynote speech, Abdulrahman Mohammed Al Owais, the Minister of Health and Prevention, stated that providing health and security was crucial in avoiding emergency situations at a national level. Al Owais was quoted in the Emirates news agency WAM as stating that the UAE's efforts so far have been a proven success, pointing to the positive results released by the World Health Organization. In 2015, the WHO showed the high ranking of the UAE, with the life expectancy in the UAE at 77 years in 2013, which is in line with other countries in Europe and the US. He added that the UAE is highly ranked in other categories as well and ranks #1 for the number of health outlets that have international accreditation for safety. Organized by the National Emergency Crisis and Disasters Management Authority, the two-day event brought experts together to share and discuss best practices in handling crisis situations and is all the more important in light of the rainstorm in the UAE last week, which wreaked havoc, damaging properties and inundating many low-lying areas. The Sharjah Children's Centre has announced the details of the 12th edition of the Sharjah Arab Children Forum, with the aim of providing an open platform for Arab children to discuss their future challenges, while also featuring a series of training programs for the first time to enhance leadership skills among children. During a press briefing at the Al Noor Island in Sharjah today, it was revealed that the 7-day forum will bring together 120 Arab children aged 8 to 12 years from 11 Arab countries, including 80 Arab children from the UAE, representing various children's centres in Sharjah. It was mentioned that 10 Arab countries, including Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, will take part in the forum, allowing 4 children from each country to participate in various programs during the event. The organizing committee of the forum highlighted that the programs and workshops designed for children will educate them on basic human relations and will also provide them with the ability to deal with various social challenges. Adding that the forum intends to eliminate all forms of differences among children, organizers stated that the event will encourage children to adopt innovation as an approach in their lives. The official opening of the forum will be held at Al Qasimiyya University on the 28th of March and will include a series of workshops, while on the second day, the forum will play host to many educational seminars organized by a series of NGOs. A key highlight of the event will be a 3-day leadership program at the Al Riga Children's Centre, aiming to nurture and develop leadership skills among children. The closing ceremony on the 3rd of April at the Sharjah Young Ladies of Sharjah Centre will feature a variety of entertaining activities and exciting shows organised and performed by the children.
Here as we are the future is basically our slogan this year. And the reason is because today children have the right and actually know what they want to say. Unlike the previous years, or let's say in the past few decades, where children were always nurtured and cared for from one side. Now it's you listen to a child and the child will tell you his plans. You listen to a child and he will tell you sometimes if you have a kind of obstacle. It's always good to listen to the children, because from that we can actually know what we are doing wrong. We have a 4-day leadership program which will have a lot of activities, interactive activities happening with the children. We also have designed with Sharjah Museum Department in Sharjah a treasure hunt in 3 of their museums in order to engage the children with the museums, for them to broaden their horizons when it comes to the artifacts and knowledge of each museum.
The Roads and Transport Authority has recently reviewed their services for people with disabilities, with plans to increase their offerings in line with the Dubai government strategy to become a disabled-friendly city by 2020. As part of their service catering to the requirements of people with disabilities, the RTA has revealed that they have deployed features tailor-made for the use of the disabled in 47 metro stations, 11 trams, 1,517 buses, 12 marine transit means, 11 taxis and 10 vehicles in support of the AUNAC service for the disabled and chronically sick individuals. Furthermore, according to the news agency WAM, the entity is expected to continue its efforts in training 84 front-end employees on how to deal with the disabled, including 12 staff for sign language. Other facilities include exemption from registration and renewal fees of 1 vehicle, 50% discount on driver licensing services, issuing free parking permits for 1,826 parking slots, exemption from parking fees, exemption from Salik toll for 1 vehicle. As part of their other recommendations, RTA is considering an increase in the number of taxis designated for the use of the disabled and modifying their designs so that the disabled can embark and disembark from the side rather than the back of the vehicle. And finally, in the bulletin, as the Emirate continues to mark and celebrate its cultural scene, Dubai Art Week's activities have returned to the Al Fahidi neighborhood for 10 days of Sikka Art Fair. Running until the 24th of March, the 10 Days of Art Festival will turn the historical neighborhood into a popular venue for highlighting locally based talent, featuring a host of live music, art shows and film screenings. The festival will continue to entertain visitors to Al Bastakiyya, which is also a popular tourist destination, with daily live shows from 4 in the afternoon and continuing until 10 in the evening. Now, returning for its 6th edition, the Art Fair is often regarded as the flagship cultural arts initiative of Dubai Culture and Arts Authority, largely for its role in shaping the Emirates' artistic scene by providing a platform for UAE-based artists to showcase their talent in front of a large audience. According to the organisers, among the new features of the event include art installations from the Lumiere Collective by Shireen Saifuddin and Swapna Kurup, Liana Shangalaya and Thea Shangalaya, Zara Mahmood and Nabil Kizbilash. Furthermore, art lovers can look forward to 3 major sections of the fair, which include a design house celebrating Arabian heritage, along with an animation chamber to host unique screenings, as well as a glass-making workshop called Chocomo.
When we started the Sikka, the vision was to highlight the growing number of the artists and the interest in art in general and the region. And Dubai being a cosmopolitan city with more than 200 nationalities, we had to showcase the growing talent within the city and the UAE. And this is quite evident by in terms of the growth, in terms of the number of the participants, in terms of the quality of the work, in terms of the range of the age and sex, and even in terms of the people who are coming to come and visit. We've seen a growing number, and I've seen some of the collectors going around, so they feel this is a place where to come and start be a gallery owner or a dealer, try to hunt the next talent.
Our piece is called Amorphous, and I'm a filmmaker, she's a performance artist, and together we work to create film installations. So this piece is essentially about the thoughts that are there in our subconscious that are reflected in our piece out there. So if you go and check that out, then you'll be able to see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite an interesting installation because we really wanted to push the borders this time. And our work, we call the Lumia Collective, so it's very much about light and shadows, and it's kind of spiritual at many levels. We kind of explore, we're very interested in the psyche, the deep inner psyche, and, actual perceptions and stuff like that. So the installation itself is quite interesting because it's projected on the ceiling. So you have to experience it lying down.
I created a series of 4 paintings for this year. They're acrylic on canvas. And the concept behind it is basically an exploration of my mother, but looking at her as an individual rather than a parent. So I'm looking at her habits, her presence, her behavior, and inviting the viewer or the visitors to judge her based on her being an individual rather than being a parent or a mother, because we have that. We look up to our mothers who raise us, and we're supposed to take all the good and positive things from them. But in reality, they're just people, and they are allowed to make mistakes. And so you grow up with that experience, and it's both positive and negative. And this is what I chose to show you.